Against all odds, this small business entrepreneur who has skyrocketed to the top of notoriety, him being on the world stage running for the 2020 Democratic primary, Andrew Yang was, wow, he was killing it. And then it happened. It is bigger than just one tweet. What's happening to Andrew Yang is that Andrew Yang doesn't really stand for anything, and it's starting to hurt him. He stands for one thing and then he backs off of it. He takes another standpoint and then he backs off of that standpoint. Then he backs off the standpoint and he backed off the standpoint. And the next thing you know, he's just in a circle. He's doing so much triangulation that he's making an octagon. This is horrific what's going on. Take public schools. Yang said in March that the United Federation of Teachers has been a significant reason why our schools have been slow to open. That's a very hard statement to make. That's a tough call. He's saying, hey, it's not the coronavirus, it's not the governors, it's not the mayors, it's not the CDC, it's not Fauci, it's not none of these things. It's the United Federation of Teachers. They're the reason why we haven't opened up all the schools. Yang said at a union-sponsored event, it was conveyed to me that there's been a failure of leadership on part of the mayor. The mayor has failed the teachers and public school parents in not reopening the schools. So here's the thing, guys. When you make a statement, when you come out and you're bold, you say, hey, these people are the bad guys. And then when you sit down with the bad guys and you go to their event and they shame you and you change your whole course, your whole tone, not only you reverse who you said the bad guys were. Even people that supported your decision and said, hey, we agree the teachers union is moving too slow. Now they're like, what the hell? I thought we had a guy. I thought that was our guy. And you do the opposite now. And yes, some of the people that felt that Bill de Blasio is the problem, maybe they felt that way to begin with, but now they're like, yeah, now you're going to have our backs. Now this is what now you got us? Okay, we're glad you take our side, but I don't know about this guy yet. That it doesn't stop there. He made a statement defending Israel. We always stand with Israel. That's what we do. We do that. No matter what's going on, we stand with Israel. Well, boom. Yang apologizes for a pro-Israel tweet after criticism from the left. According to New York Post, all it took for Yang to turn tail were a few tweets from rabidly anti-Israel types like AOC. And then Yang totally went the other way. He says, hey, I was being overly simplistic. And that his critics were correct in saying he didn't acknowledge the pain and suffering on both sides. So once again, it's not only that people disagree with Yang. Of course, people are going to disagree with you. But it's the fact that once he takes a stand, he backs off the stand to the point people don't know where he stands. Does this guy have legs or not? Considering the 180 he recently pulled on bus lanes, Yang long endorsed creating dedicated paths and even entire streets to speed up the lumbering, snail-paced conveyances. He puts on his website, we're going to do these bus lanes. New Yorkers want to move faster. We need bus lanes. We need to open it up. We need to make a commute more easy for our New Yorkers. This is a travesty. I stand for that. Go to my website. That's what I am. I'm the guy that's going to help you get to work and ease congestion. In March, bus lane advocates were flabbergasted when he said he'd be open to re-examining the new Flushing, Queens busway, which runs from Northern Boulevard to Sanford Avenue. He pulled a 180 on this idea. All the people that were like, oh, great, we got Andrew Yang, this guy's going to do something about buses. He turns and goes the other way and says, well, I'm not really sure about it. I'll talk to some people and I'll get back to you. Oh, whoa, I didn't say I was married to it. How could you be on both sides of every issue? You can't. So you come across as not just being someone they need to influence, you come across as someone who really has no core, no backbone, no firm stance. I think part of the problem, and this is just me waxing poetic, I think Yang wants to be liked more than he wants to be Yang. And it's been working for him because a lot of people like Andrew Yang. He seems like a happy-go-lucky, nice guy. But how nice is a guy who says he has your back, and then when it's time to have your back, he ain't got your back? In fact, he's the opposite of having your back. Now he's against your back. He got a knife at your back. That's how Yang comes across based on 3 different situations. Now, I'm not in New York. I don't know exactly what's going on with every candidate. I'm not saying that he's not, still in the running. He is still in the running. I mean, I'm looking at the polls. But here's the thing. Yang was riding high at 32%. He was crushing it. Now that's been cut in half to less than 16 points. Adams is taking his place at 18%. There is a guy running, Stringer is his name. He's accused of sexual harassment. He's lost endorsements, and even he is right there with Yang now. He shouldn't even be in the race. And he's like right there with Yang. Yang has dropped from number 1 to number 3. It's embarrassing. Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe.